Welcome to the Inter-tel difference, a company that provides customized communication solutions and managed services for the most diverse businesses. Inter-tel is an acknowledged communications industry leader. This important case study is just one of the many examples why we have achieved this status. American Red Cross is an organization that is at its best when times are at their worst. From the fire that leaves one family without a home to life-saving blood transfusions, catastrophic disasters, and international conflict zones, when people rely on the Red Cross is there. American Red Cross Louisville area chapter had a growing need for business automation to help streamline resources and processes and reduce operational costs. More importantly, the American Red Cross needed a communications solution that would guarantee sustained communications in the event of a disaster, crisis, or emergency.
We were mandated by Congress in 1905 to do two mission-critical services. One, respond to disasters in time of need, and two, that we would be the communication link for military personnel and their families regarding situations that may happen here at home.
The Louisville area chapter has established an emergency call center. Over 50 million people across the country rely on this chapter of the American Red Cross being up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
We, on an annual basis, have over 4,000 volunteers that we need to connect with.
We see time and time again that a lot of our work is being done either over the phone, through computers.
Our communications networks that we have up and going just become really critical.
If we're not responding, that means that people are suffering, and that's what we're here to prevent. So our technology becomes part of the backbone of the response, not only here, but in our support across the country. Every one of the American Red Cross chapters across the country has, in its charter guidelines, the responsibility to develop a continuity of operation plan.
For us, being able to build with U.S. Voice and Data here locally, that network of operations that we could seamlessly and literally be able to switch off in a moment's notice due to any one of our locations being impacted by a disaster, either natural or man-made.
This chapter takes that very seriously because we have so many other chapters across the country that rely on us being up and running. What we initially did was we sat down and tried to establish a list of vulnerabilities. What could potentially either affect this chapter directly, affect the communities that we serve directly, and how would we respond appropriately to that?
We did an analysis. We interviewed a lot of different people inside of those departments to just uncover what those challenges were.
In looking at a system, we were looking for survivability.
We took each one of those challenges and found a way to leverage technology to overcome those challenges.
We need to make sure that no matter what is happening in the world around us, that our critical systems remain up and operational.
Business continuity is about maintaining the capabilities that your business needs to be resilient and effective. Disaster recovery is about being prepared to bounce back from a crisis. Taken together, business continuity and disaster recovery is about what it takes to stay in business. Inter-tel's technology and professional services take normal problem solving to the next level and provides the solutions that keep your communications going.
We were looking for a method by which we could notify a great number of people to activate them to respond to a disaster or to educate them about what is going on with the current disaster. What we needed were tools that would allow us to work more efficiently and effectively with less manpower and the same amount of information and the same high standard for customer service.
As fast as technology changes, we didn't want to be stuck with something that we couldn't use, say in 3 years, it wouldn't have worked for us.
While we are a nonprofit agency, we need to operate as if we are a high-efficiency, high-end business.
We needed to be able to have a product that would also grow with us.
We needed to have a solution that would allow us to use not only our telephone system, but all of the pieces of technology that we have to get vital information to key people in a timely fashion.
It's truly a team effort. I like to say the work that we do isn't a Red Cross response, it's a community response. So the business decisions that you make in this organization really needs to be strategic, they need to be thoughtful, and they need to be able to show that we're getting the biggest bang for the dollar.
With a need for a stable and redundant communications system that could adapt and grow with its diverse and rapidly changing needs, American Red Cross Louisville area chapter found a solution with an Inter-tel advanced communications platform and managed services solution.
The return on investment becomes very critical when you're dealing with donor dollars.
We use several different ways to determine ROI on that, particularly time savings down in the call center.
The Inter-tel communication systems that we have here are helping us to really look at how we staff our call center, how we analyze call volume.
When I started getting the Inter-tel phone reports, it didn't take long for me to realize that it could help me with my staffing needs.
This has allowed us to be more efficient and effective at monitoring and controlling the limited resources that we have.
To this point, they weren't managing their volunteers. They were spending all of their resources just answering the incoming calls.
The automated calling software that we currently have allows us to not have one or two or three individuals making call after call after call to pass on the same information to our hundreds of volunteers.
We felt like that was going to really help them to manage their volunteers.
It basically takes a number of things off of our plate in terms of making sure that we have the most effective response that we can mount with the limited resources that we have.
The flexibility in the product gave them good investment protection. The second thing we recommended to them was a leasing option that actually had a technology upgrade to it. So if in fact the business environment with the Red Cross did change, they wouldn't be locked into the equipment that they were purchasing today.
As technology changes, we have the opportunity to change with it. The suite package that we have is actually helping us to be more productive in ways that were probably beyond our comprehension before we bought the product.
When US Voice and Data first met with us, they expressed a desire to understand our business, not just get our business.
I think from a full service solution, they were there for us.
We've made the right decision, and we have a good partner, and I believe that moving forward we're looking for that same high quality to continue, and to date it has, and we feel really good about where we are.
It's about customization. It's about communication. It's about care for the customer. It's about the Inter-tel difference, transforming powerful communications tools into business performance.